Years ago, a friend of mine, Corey, from college at elementary school, it hooked me up with a friend of his. And it was to this day, it stands out in my mind because his friend came to pick me up and he had on, years ago, a friend of mine, he had on white socks with slip on, slippers, like the Gucci and Puma rubber ones that we all know about now. And he sat in his front seat of his car, smoking a cigarette, windows down, and he put the chair back and hung his feet out the window. And after that, I told Corey, who hooked us up, yeah, I don't ever want to see your friend again. And he was like, damn. And I was like, mm-hmm. So, and this was shit. This was in the mid 90s. This is so long ago, but you can't, he didn't have no etiquette. And I was so young. I was really young to the dating game, to men. But I knew white socks and slippers was not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm all hooked up on Zoom and YouTube Live. I don't want no scrubs. It was ghetto, Jazzy. And when I went to his friend, oh, I gotta get rid of my vision board. Don't be looking at my visions. I went to his friend and he was like, "So how'd the date go?" I was like, "I don't know if you want to see your friend again." And when his friend hit me up, he was like, "So you don't want to go out again?" I'm like, "No." So you don't want to see me at all? And I was just like, "No." I didn't even really get into it. DC Comedy Law, hey. No, I wasn't fresh out of prison. He was just really relaxed. Some dudes, one guy stopped calling me because he kept coming. I lived in Bellflower in California. I met him on blackpeoplemeet.com. And he kept coming to my house in shorts. And I'm just saying, we weren't a couple. If you're not a couple, you got to put on full pants. If we're not a thing and we don't have titles, I need socks and buttons and zippers and belts. Cause man, this is disrespectful. You know how much we do, how hard we work when we have a date? And for any man to show up shabbily dressed, it just drives me nuts. Happy birthday, Grayson Beverly. Happy birthday, sweetheart. You ain't got to put on a tux, but if you're a guy if I have a date coming up with a guy that I know I'm into, I'm gonna do a lot. Like if I'm in between braiding sessions, I'm gonna get my hair done again. I'm gonna get my nails done. I'm gonna get everything waxed. Eyebrows. I might get some eyelashes. The outfit was thought through. And if we could put that much work into it, and all a man got to do is go into the dryer and pull out a fucking Captain America T-shirt, I can't stand it. It gets on my nerves. Yeah, I mean, well, you know how women we can get away with the athleisure, but no, she should put on real clothes. Tasha Newsom, in 4 minutes, go to my YouTube. Yeah, Jackie. YouTube.com/Jackie Fabulous for my latest episode of Married Dudes. Um, will I keep doing them? Well, this is part 5. This is enough. At some point, we gotta take what they're teaching us and implement it into our lives. We can't keep asking married dudes like, "What made you pick your wife, man?" I'm so alone. You gotta put on lip gloss, girls. Take your titties out and go fetch one. They're easy to get. I don't know. Mikey Min, who's your favorite comic? Kevin Hart, he has a new special out right now on Netflix. It can't be me. It cannot be me. Anyway, what's going on? You like my bath mat? This shit is hot. It was on sale at the Gap, and I bought it right when COVID was happening. But I'm not gonna lie, it's warm. All right, go on over there. You shut up, Mikey. You've never seen my stand up before. It's because I'm quippy and whatever online. Amen. What are you disagreeing with? DC Comedy Law. One Mrs. B. I'm hot. Quarantine. Oh, thank you. Have you seen the show? Because I haven't. Well, I've done shows online. I might be your favorite comic. I should take the compliment and screw. Oh, you're a sweet. Kevin is a very talented comic, but I appreciate you putting me in that category. I'm gonna go on over to my YouTube page. Go on over youtube.com/Jackie Fabulous. Married dudes. Tell your friends. Text them. Say turn on this and watch it and hit the like button. Ain't nobody hitting the like button, and everyone can tell me they like it. So if you like it, hit the goddamn button. All right. He is funny. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm looking. I'm pressing the mouse pad. Like, why won't you turn off? It's supposed to press the button up here. See you there, 6 feet curvy Amazon. Okay, girl, I'll see you. Mm-hmm. Ow. Ow. Can you see my background? You can.
What up, though?
What it do, though?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Congratulations. Hold on. Who's Lance Woods? Is that Tony Roberts?
He might be at Tony's house. I mean, at Lance's house, yeah.
Oh, okay. Congratulations. You got that blue check across all the what kind of look at you. All you wanted was one little old blue on IG, and they were like, we're gonna bless you with a blue check everywhere you show your face. Nigga, there's a blue check at the post office next to your face right now.
It took a little effort.
You know? Wait, aren't you the voice of Leslie's show?
Yeah, I'm the voice of
that helps. When you get a real TV job.
They didn't care nothing about that.
Yes, they didn't care nothing. To hear a TV booking gets you all that stuff. You know this.
Jackie, I've been on 2 seasons of Insecure. I've been on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I've been on multiple TV shows.
When you're on one thing regularly, that holds more weight.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what it was, but I'm thankful for whatever.
Why can't I just be right? God damn it.
You got it. I let it go, didn't I?
Tony, Justin, Langston. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
What up, man?
What's going on?
Hey, guys. Everyone, you're recording now. You are live on YouTube, and I'm taping this. I'm gonna add. Look at all y'all on time and shit. Talking shit about niggas. None of that stuff is true.
Did that by accident. I'm only supposed to be this early.
My phone told me you were online a half hour ago. I was like, did you not?
I was just testing it.
Royale.
What's happening?
Did you just wake up? You look very drowsy right now. You cool?
I'm good. I'm just, I'm surveying the land, trying to see which one of these Negroes can give me some employment. I'm all about.
he's like, fuck your pocket. This is a job fair for me.
Here, Tony.
That nigga like Gandalf the Grey. That nigga like.
Thanks, what's happening? Oh, listen. This is the thing. During the pandemic, this is the time to test out all your new looks before you come back in 2021 to see what's working and what's not working.
Let your hair grow. Let your hair grow so when you go get a real job or looking, they're like all that. Get rid of it.
No, get rid. Yeah, if I don't like it, then shit. Ain't nobody seen me in the last.
Royale, what happened to the TV show when we was in the airport? You told me that you and Kevin Hart was working on the show. What's the word on that?
That shit like got pushed to the goddamn back burner.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like there's levels with Kev. So is niggas that say they got something with Kev, is niggas that got something with Kev that's waiting, and then is niggas that's lying.
Which one were you?
The niggas that be lying.
Nah, I got shit on the books with Kev. I'm just waiting for shit. You just got right now. There's like you got to do shit that allows. Look, I got t-shirts, a laugh out loud t-shirt. So at least I got.
I remember David Arnold had something with Kevin for years. Years. All right.
His machine is so big that you can everybody should be in the mix somewhere is the point.
Hey, why Langston looking like, why am I here?
You know why he here. All right, let's get to it, guys.
He light skinned.
I'm happy to be here. Don't do that.
The rest of
hey.
This is a delight.
Look at here, Veteran. He said this is a delight. Okay.
That nigga like 18.
Guys, thank you for saying yes to doing my married dues. This is the last part. I did 4 prior to this. You've all may or may not have seen the flyers, all your friends, you know them all. And this is just to I don't know why the podcast exists, but I decided I want to talk to somebody besides a pack of single girls. And talking to married dudes, I'm gonna tell you the response I'm getting online from women. It's like they've learned nothing about men their whole life until learning from married dudes, because you guys epitomize what they're working towards. So I just want to know your whole life story, what made you pick your lady, blah blah blah, and some surprises here and there. So I'm gonna go down the line and introduce you. And if I don't know your credits, which I probably don't, all of you, please tell me what you're working on. I'm gonna start with the gentleman down here, the veteran in the world besides the other veteran that's here. And he's a new friend of mine, but I know he's a very gifted comic producer and writer. And I want you to tell what are you working on? His name, ladies and gentlemen, is Royale Watkins, the wise one at the bottom here.
Why I go first? Why you start with the all-star Tony Roberts? That's
we all
we all showed up for Tony. I only showed up because I want to see what Tony's
He's lying, man. Tell him about you.
Okay, Royale, you won't go in the order I tell you to go in. Now tell us what the fuck you working on.
Wait, fix your step and repeat. There's titty meat hanging out of your step and repeat on the side a little bit. All right, let me be
controlling as hell. Can you just do what I tell you to do?
Let me be responsible.
That's why your ass single, Jackie. Shit like that.
I'm not single, by the way, sir. So mind your business. Okay, Royale. You gotta find a man who loves you as you are.
I'm sorry. Let me be responsible.
That's right.
Let me try to operate. It's just when I see Tony Roberts and Justin, I know there's a little bit of clown time that has to happen. Just we gotta have fun. What's up? And Tahir is here as well. So you gotta let this clown for half
the whole panel is full of comedians. With Langston's a clown too. Look at his face.
No, I'm
Give
just
him credit.
I'm a very serious person. I'm here to work.
Okay. Royale, what are you currently working on?
What am I currently working on? I'm actually on the staff of A Million Little Things on ABC.
Nice.
And then I'm producing some stuff and waiting to direct a couple of specials, but I'm kind of straddling the fence on projects.
That's fantastic.
But what was the other thing I'm supposed to say? I've been about marriage and all
No,
of that.
not yet. I'll get to that. And you started a skate party in Los Angeles. How's that
I'm
going?
doing Sundays in the Valley, roller skating, to give myself an opportunity to meet semi what's the word?
Pro or no?
Well, no. Here's the thing. I'm just trying to do something else outside of being stuck in the house and frustrated. So roller skating is a thing. And so that's my other thing, just to get out and roller skate.
I'm about to buy a pair because I used to skate, but I'm mad that came back. Some things need to stay in the past. I don't need to break a hip. I'm too old for that.
Skating is a thing. Get your roller skates and come on out.
I will.
Is it socially distancing skating? How you doing it?
Yeah.
Well, listen, here's the thing. Yes, we have masks and we have sanitizer and all of that stuff, but if you skating, you don't have to be in somebody's face. That's the whole point of roller skating.
Far away from somebody. Yeah, there you go.
Mask on and roll.
You can roll, bounce right past everybody with COVID.
I just want to roll past somebody and blow in their face.
And then be like, catch me. You can't catch me. All right, guys. Our next comedian, our illustrious guest, another one that I have known for almost all of my comedy career, and I do know his credits. He's currently on MacGyver on CBS. He had a show also on CBS, Rush Hour. So now he's a CBS dude, and a very, very talented comic that I have known for a long time. Please give it up for Justin Hires. Hey, boo.
Hey,
how you been?
I've been good. Just we started back filming MacGyver last week, so I'm out here in Atlanta, and just trying to stay COVID free, and been working. My other shit that I'm working on is my music. I go by Jay Hires when it comes to my music. So that's going well, and I started a podcast finally called Urban Legends Podcast, where I just interview people I feel like are living legends and people I feel like are making legendary moves. So yeah.
And how's your movie script going?
Which one?
Half Baked? Is it Half Baked?
Yeah, Half Baked too. I'm waiting on Universal. I think when COVID happened, it kind of fucked up a lot of stuff. But I mean, I wrote it. They paid me for it. It's supposed to be getting shot and filmed. I don't know if I'm gonna be in it or not, but that was a lesson that I learned, just to I'll never just be a work for hire writer again. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to make sure anything I work on in the future, I'm a producer on also.
You didn't put yourself in it?
Oh, you can write yourself in it all you want to, but if you're not a producer, you know, they can say thank you, nigga, and then get who they want. So
Wait,
I wrote me as the lead, of course. Don't mean they gonna actually hire me.
The first half baked. They wrote that in 2 days.
It looked like it.
He said, "Well, bring the script and I'll shoot it." And they didn't have no script, and it took them like 2 days. And they went in there and just threw some shit together. And the rest of it was winged on set.
It was history.
History. It's a classic movie though, man. I was excited about getting that opportunity. So the script I wrote is funny. I think they're doing other stuff to it.
You know? The disclaimer.
So
okay.
But I'm just like whoever else y'all brought in, put their name on the script too. Don't have me out there solo. You know
when it's shitty. I don't want to be responsible when it's shitty. You know what I'm saying? All right. Our next illustrious guest is a comedy legend, and I don't know what he's working on right now. I know he has a radio show in Sacramento. So tell us about that, Mr. Tony Roberts.
I ain't did shit since you seen me last. I ain't did a goddamn thing.
Nothing?
Nah, I just finished a documentary on the word motherfucker because don't nobody know where it come from. So it's a bunch of sketches and everything in it. But I'm gonna hold off on it because I'm gonna do 2 more cuss words. I'm gonna make it a trilogy, a 90 minutes. I get ready to shoot the second week in December, but my 4th 1 hour. And yeah, and like oh boy, I'm doing my album. I finished 7 new songs, new beat. I don't do parodies. So I got Stomach is the New Titty. That's already out. I got Booty Mouth. I got Gummy Bear. I got 7 songs, and I got a little stand-up that goes in front of the videos. So I'm gonna submit that. I got that submitting for a Grammy.
Didn't he just say he wasn't doing shit and then got his long ass paper 2-pager?
These kids, I can't. Then I'm still on the road. I gotta leave out tomorrow night. I just got back.
There you go. So you are busy. You just lying.
Like he living life on the edge. Going on the road. You are living on the edge. You playing with fate.
I like that microphone is fucking hilarious.
If you were high and he didn't address it, you'd be like the whole time, like, am I high or is that mic a baby size?
Microphone is crazy.
All right, we'll go to our next guest. Our next illustrious guest is responsible for the last 20,000 fans and followers I have gained on social media through his amazing show, Zooming with the Homie, that's on every night of the week, it seems
Dope show.
And he is the new voice of Supermarket Sweep, Leslie Jones' show on ABC. And you've seen him on Insecure, and he has a new commercial, and a good friend of mine. Give it up for Tahir Moore, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys,
with the baby mic.
Tiny Mike in the building. What's going on? Tiny Mike in the building. You know what I'm
Anything you want to plug besides what I just listed?
No, I mean, just go to my YouTube page. Subscribe. If you're not subscribed, just subscribe to my YouTube page. That's all I care about right now. Just building my own network, my own fan base. That's all I care about.
Yep, Tahir and his friends are the reason why I started this bullshit right here. Our last illustrious guest, I just caught up on the show that I heard he was on. So I just seen the episode a few days ago. He was on the season 1 or season 2 of the amazing hit Insecure. Give it up for Langston Kerman. What's up, boo?
Hey, how are you? Hey,
I'm good. How are you? What's going on with you?
I feel like Langston looking at us like niggas. Like the whole time he was just like, these niggas.
No,
he's so calm.
You gotta work
like,
that's
fucked up. He'd be like, where are my book of poems?
I'm chilling, man. I had some chips earlier. I'm relaxed. I'm okay.
What are you working on, Langston?
I just finished up season 2 of The Boys, which was, I had a part in that, and I'm head writing Sam Jay's new show for HBO.
Wow. So, I sent her a message about that and she didn't respond, but go ahead.
I mean, don't make it messy for me, nigga. I wouldn't there. What?
I'm teasing you. I have a really personal question but it's a curiosity and it's showbiz related, Langston. May I ask you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you get an erection when you do those love scenes?
I only did two of them, and I didn't, but there's like 18 people in the room, so the vibe it changes things.
Really?
If I'm in the DMV, my dick gets bitches like that.
The thing I've always heard people say is sorry if I do, sorry if I don't. So like it doesn't affect the ego of the other person, but like there are 38 people in that room staring at you butt naked. You figure out a way to keep soft.
Wow. I've always wanted to ask Actor that. You fulfill my life's dreams. Yeah. I always wanted to know. You Molly get it in. Right. Guys. This is about married dudes, and I just want to know your journey. And I do have one question that I had not been asking, maybe more than one, but I want to, because Tahir has been here before, so I want to make it new and fresh for Tahir. You guys, now, I think Langston is the one who's been married here for the least amount of time. You're newly married, kind of?
A year, yeah.
Oh, one solid year? Congratulations.
Hell yeah.
Where did you meet your wife?
We met while I was back home in Chicago, and she was visiting a mutual friend in Chicago. And then we did 2 years long distance while I was in New York and she was in Baltimore. And then we moved to LA together 3 years ago and got married a year ago.
And what made her the one that you were like, I'm gonna wife this one?
I tricked her. And
seriously?
If the trap works.
How does a man trap a girl? How? Financially?
No, I think
like Tahir said?
I think she overall is just a smarter, more capable human being than I am. And so it really felt like I was increasing my own value by just being next to this person more than anybody that I've ever felt before. So
I think reading up a two card. You reading up a two card.
And he is eloquent as fuck, isn't he?
He in the room.
When you saw his eyes, he's like,
Did I say it right, baby? I said it? Okay.
I was thinking, I was like, he don't mean none of this shit he's saying right now. It sounds great. It sounds like he means it.
It sounds good.
Hey. It sounds good.
Yeah. That's exactly the response that you would.
Butterfly.
It's exactly the response you would expect for somebody that looks like Langston. Like he looks like all the responses are well thought and very heartfelt. But I've seen Langston call somebody a bitch for leaning on his car before. So
long as my wife still has internet access, I'm gonna talk a certain way on the internet.
There you go.
If we get in somewhere private, I have other opinions about the lady. But for now.
When did you know? Like, was it the first date? Like, where was your first date, and when did you know you wanted to go on more dates with her?
So she was living in Baltimore, and we decided to meet halfway. I had a college gig that I was doing in Delaware, and so I basically like made her meet me in Delaware. We had like a picnic, and we got super trashed and kicked it, and I was like, nah, I want to keep doing this. This is tight.
You must be laying that pipe. Nobody travels unless you got pipe to
Tell the people. I'm just keeping it real.
I'm saying bitches we don't get on the airplane if you ain't got no pipe to lay. That's all I'm saying. But
I mean, we drove, so even
worse. You gotta have extra pipe for a road trip. Come on now. Okay.
Yeah, messy.
I'm not messy. That's real. I'm talking. These bitches know I'm telling the truth.
I'm not going to argue with you, so go crazy.
There you go. Hey, see how quiet Langston is to hear? He's not disputing a goddamn.
What am I going to shut down my own legend? No.
No, I ain't got no good dick. I got mediocre.
Wait a minute, my dick is trash. You shut
I got Greyhound
on a good day.
I got Greyhound Spirit Airlines dick, which I don't have. Okay. Royale, how long?
I don't met some chicks that had some Spirit Airlines pussy.
I have too, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was still kind of attracted to them. I was like, it's something about this little hood bitch I kind of fuck with.
Well, all hood bitches. I was gonna say all hood bitches got a hood smell. I don't know if you.
What's the smell, Justin?
Corn. That's corn.
What is it?
Corn.
I
thought it was Black and Mild, but yeah.
It's Black and corn. Black and Mild.
It smell like corn.
Corn always stay in their clothes. All they know how to cook is corn. It's the cheapest shit to buy.
There you go. And the bitches always got spaghetti sauce on them for some reason.
Oh my God, I just ate pasta today. It's easy to cook. You can impress a nigga easily with pasta, knowing that's not real cooking at all.
No, you ain't impressing nobody.
I was about to say, I don't know if we're
I
impressed.
know how to really cook,
Who
but
the
pasta is
fuck are
quick.
you impressing with pasta?
You know how many girls think spaghetti is they're doing something? A lot of girls think spaghetti they're doing something real.
Oh
I'm just
my
telling
Real
you.
spaghetti or is it ramen noodles?
No spaghetti. It is right. Is Ronzoni still? That's an old ass company. But yeah, it's real spaghetti. It's real spaghetti. Okay, Royale, how long have you been married?
I have been married for 21 years.
Wow. And where'd you meet and why did she get married?
I met my wonderful wife, April, in fact, the Peppermint Lounge in New Jersey.
Is that a strip club?
You watched the bomb.
It's actually the spot Bob Sumner used to produce, where all of the talent went to showcase for Def Comedy.
Oh wow!
Dude, that was a haunted house for comedians. Like,
That motherfucker got bodies under his belt. I watched a video. So Bill Bellamy was the regular host, and when Bill moved out to LA, I became the host of that room, and so I was there weekly. And she had watched me on Def Comedy, and then her girlfriends brought her to the club, and so we met there and started dating, and then let me fuck up for about 5 years before I got it together. And
what do you mean? You mean you dated for 5 years, but no, she wanted a ring and you weren't ready for one?
Man, I just had shit I needed to clear out. That shit I needed to adjust in my life.
Were you in a relationship or were you already with someone?
I was all over. I mean, I was on Def Jam, so I was all over the place. My wife caught me in bed with my ex-girlfriend, so niggas just.
All right, that's the next question. Hold up, put a pin in that, okay? And what made your wife the one? Like, what made you be like, I'm a wife her? She was the one.
She hung in there.
That's it?
She hung it. No, it was, she was just
like she met on Wipeout.
Well, she didn't give up, so she was the one.
Next time we see Royale, he's gonna be like, I was married for 21 years. And I
was married.
Couldn't hang in there anymore.
Right.
Now, listen, sometimes when you spend enough time with someone, the universe will tell you that this is the person that's supposed to be in your life. So for me, I was dating her, a few other people, and slowly
Did she know you were dating other people?
Oh, they all knew. There was just a whole shit show going on. There's a lot going on in my life at the time.
And 21 years in. Okay.
And 21, yeah. I mean, at a certain point, you realize, we actually have something special if I would stop fucking around and doing all of this stuff.
Wow, I'm trying hard not to hate you, Royale, but I love your honesty.
Sometimes the special has to reveal itself.
Okay, that's a good point. I always say that men really have to be the ones to decide. No matter how feminist we want to be, if a man doesn't hook you and decide you want to hook you, you're not gonna get hooked. And that's a very old school draconian way of thinking, but it's really the truth. When a girl tries to get a guy to commit, it don't work.
What was that expeditiously word you just used? What was it? Taconi?
What I say? I forget.
It's a very draconian way of looking at it.
Draconian. That means old.
Jackie
I'm about to look it up.
Listen,
Jackie be flexing that law degree every now and then. She just sprinkle it in. By the way, I'm smarter than you niggas, by the way. Smarter.
She's like, I'm just doing stand-up for fun. I actually could be doing some other shit.
No, this is it to the grave. This is gonna be it. Okay, I think I meant to go in order, but fuck it now. Justin, how long have you been married?
I've been married 10 years now.
Your whole private life is really private. We ain't seen your wife, your baby's face. Nigga, you are.
You're
very good.
Funny? I just had Tony Baker on my podcast, and he toured me one. He didn't tell everyone, but he was like, I was just telling him how I feel in my career. Like, I feel like no one really roots for me to win. I think people just nobody. Hear me out.
Okay.
But on the episode, I was telling him I feel like people are accustomed to me working consistently, but I don't feel like the majority of people like really root for me to like win. They like, oh yeah, Justin's working. And what Tony told me is the same thing a few other people have told me, which is like, Justin, we don't know you. They like you shield so much of your private life. All you do is like promote. So they like you promote MacGyver, you promote. So what I've been trying, and so he wasn't the first person to tell me that. And I just thought people were just trying to be nosy and get up in my fucking business. So I was like, that's why I didn't do shit. And then I was shielding my daughter because she was young and I didn't want
that makes sense.
To, And so, but anyway, so recently on my social media, I finally started sharing more of like just regular random shit in my day. I showed my daughter one time on my Instagram, but usually when she's talking, like she's off camera, because I'm still not all the way comfortable with that. But I've been trying to reveal and just talk about my wife more and being married more and my family a little bit more. So people, I didn't realize, I honestly didn't think anyone gave a fuck about me or my.
You need a life coach.
Justin, I remember when you left and came back, and you came back married, and you left again and came back, and you had a daughter, and I was like, dude, I thought we were friends. You just keeping everything quiet.
That's what Tony said. Tony was like, I've never seen a picture of your daughter. And he was like, I met your wife once.
Privately, nothing.
I don't know, man. What it is I know eventually my career is going to get me to a point where I'm not going to be able to control like paparazzi and stuff like, or people just taking pictures, whatever the case is. So I was always thinking like, while I'm a U-list celebrity, I kind of have control.
That's at the back of the alphabet, nigga. The U-list. You was closer than that, nigga.
Nigga, that CVS check is not you. You better appreciate that. Yeah.
Well, I'm okay.
You think you ain't important? Catch on fire at a CVS.
Say that again.
TMZ, catch on fire on at a CVS. The paparazzi gonna be all up on that shit.
Where did you meet your wife?
Oh, high school. I done know her since high school. Yeah, so we go way back. We don't.
And you knew from the time you were, high school sweetheart that she was the one?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much so. I think I've always kind of dated with intention of like, if I date you, I see you as marriage material. I'm not gonna date you if I don't see you could possibly be my wife. So that was always my mindset when it came to that. So yeah.
God, you've been this mature. You've been this mature your whole goddamn life. That's quite impressive / boring as fuck.
No.
Well, what's so funny? When I first got to LA, I was 22, and I never forget. I think Brandon Lewis had just came out there, and Brandon was like, "How old are you? 30?" And I said, but it was simply off of just how I carried myself and what I was talking about. he thought I was 30 years old, and I was 22. I was like, man, I'm 22. What are you talking about? So yeah.
Justin is responsible and respectful and a real motherfucking man.
I can't hang out with that nigga. No.
Tony, is he low-key boring? He's low-key boring.
He boys not out. That nigga be recording everything.
What he's doing? Look at him. Well, nah. You can.
Okay, since I can't ask you what made your wife the one, what makes her the one you still want to be with?
I mean, I love her at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the reason why everybody is still ultimately with their lady, is because even through all the bullshit,
love is easy though.
Royale, not Royale.
Love is easy though. What else is it besides the love?
Listen, nigga, I'm in the ride it out stage. I'm in just riding it out the rest of the way stage.
God damn.
Keeper the keeper. That was Royale, no.
Keeper the keeper. That's facts too.
Royale talk a lot of shit online, but he know this is it. He gonna die with his ring on his finger. I know guys like him.
Ring on my finger. Y'all wear rings?
Whatever.
Hell yeah.
Royale, I'm trying to support you, man. You're making me
I'm filming tomorrow. That's why I don't wear mine when I'm filming.
Royale don't wear one ever.
I don't wear mine when I'm writing or living.
or breathing or peeing. All right, we get it. All right, Tony, how long you been married?
I don't wear mine when I'm writing and living.
And breathing.
I've been married 8 years. We've been together 10.
That's it? I thought you've been married a long ass time.
They act like a long ass time.
8 years is a long time.
Everybody thinks
8 years is a long ass time to live with the same person.
10 and a half
That's
years.
a motherfucker.
We've been together like 10 and a half years, something like that. And we've only been married 8. Yeah, she's my road manager. So she's everywhere. We just do everything.
What made her the
My
one
wife
though?
is gun ho. My wife is like super gun ho with the boot camp. She done had me do. I done swim with stingrays, with dolphins. I done jetpack. I done been in the cave with bats, tube caving. I done jumped out of an airplane. Everything.
She black?
She trying to kill you. You got life insurance? What's going on? She trying to get rid of you.
Right? So I came up here. I was living in Burbank, and I came up here to do a show. And after the show, we went out to eat, some comics, and I seen her and her girlfriend together, and I met her, and I was just talking to her. My wife's Filipino in Puerto Rico.
Oh, there you go.
I never met a Filipino chick.
What does that mean, Justin?
I said, "Are you Asian?" She said, "I'm Filipino." I said, "Rice is rice." I'm from Detroit. Y'all look alike to me. So I found out.
Rice is
Nigga, rice is rice.
Racist ass pickup line, but it worked.
And I feel like I found out that Filipinos are the new black people because they drink Hennessy like it's water, and they
the black people of the Asian community.
What? They the fucking what? Late for everything. They'll fight anybody. They'll temper like that and drink Hennessy like water. They the black people. They the new niggas. We're not us. We number 2. So actually, I met my wife when I met my wife 3 months after her late husband passed away.
Oh.
She was pregnant with the youngest son. And I met her, she was big and pregnant. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Talking to her, I fell in love with her. I said, I don't care about the thing.
Oh
so what I did was adopted the 3 kids. Soon the baby came out, I adopted the kids.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
I got grown kids. I got a couple of kids, and they 131 and 134.
Well, yeah, you a black man, so
kids, yeah. So
you got baggage.
Yeah. So my son is 11 now, and we got the gymnast, the 13-year-old, the 11-year-old, and the 15-year-old. So I adopted them when they was babies. Yeah. So the 2 youngest ones, they just know me. So yeah. So me and my wife, I'm busy, she busy, and then I made her busy with me. So we just kick it.
No, nobody knew this. I didn't know this about you.
Yeah, she got a son that's in the Philippines playing pro basketball in the PBA. He's a 3rd-year pro.
That's why you got so many jobs. You got a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, man, I'm busy.
Whoever
I'm too busy to fight.
Whoever makes the most money in a Filipino family takes care of the entire family.
Dude,
like real life.
We send them money too. And
you have to send them money. But you got you go over there, your money goes so long in the Philippines.
1,000. They go by pesos. 1,000 pesos is $20. So I'm over there straight P Diddy.
Dog. Nigga.
I'm like,
that nigga said rice is rice, and I died for 5 minutes.
I'm saying the apartment.
Late husband, and I had to cover my mouth to not seem like I'm laughing at that. I was still dying from rice, nigga.
Apartment in Philippines at $300 for a 4-bedroom.
I wouldn't live nowhere else but here, man. This nice school system. The place is simple. It's just because I'm from Detroit. I lived in New York. I lived in LA. Fuck that. I'm here. I'm not
here.
Hell
Sacramento.
No, love it up here.
Oh, you in Sacramento?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying you was in the Philippines. I was like, nigga, where?
No. I go over there once a year. I might go 2 times a year. I go over there once a year, man.
On the best day, nigga, the Wi-Fi ain't that strong in the Philippines.
Niggas be in tropical storms and hurricanes. That's
hilarious.
To get a signal.
All right, reiterate for us what made your beautiful wife Farron the one. What about her did it for you?
And
married how long?
Been married 8 years. Me and Tony are very similar. When I met my now wife, she was 2 months pregnant. I met her in college, 2005, and I was like, "Shawty got ass." I ain't gonna hold short had ass.
Could have been from the baby. It could have been from the baby. No,
because it was too new. She was only 2 months. She wasn't even showing.
Yeah, that's real.
So I was like, "Shawty," I tried to give her my number, and she ain't call me. And I saw her again. And I was like, "Yo, fuck, what's up with that? You take my number, you ain't gonna call for. What are you thinking?" What you doing? I had to pay because I had business cards. I had to pay for these business cards at the time.
Bitch, I got friends.
So she gave me her number. And it was a house phone number. And I felt completely disrespected. I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? Come on now." But we ended up hitting it off, and then 2 weeks into it, she ended up telling me that she was pregnant. But I did the same thing, man. I was already feeling her at that point, so I just stuck with her, and I was there when the baby was born, and you know, I'm basically all she knows. Now my daughter's 15. She's taller than me. She's teaching herself Korean. She's funny. She has long locks, half her hair is shake. She's way cooler than me. Way cooler than me. She doesn't think I'm funny. All my friends, she loves them. Me, she be like, nigga, you okay? I'm like, that's crazy because we're gonna pay for your college. I've seen your grades. You're gonna need FAFSA, is what I'm trying to tell you.
You better become a fan quick. All right, I want to ask you guys.
Online, studying online.
What kind of single man were you? What were you like in the streets? I'm gonna start off with the star.
I was a sheik. Many wives.
Here, define hoe. You were just single, having a good time, or were you deceitful?
I was single, having a great time. I had a kid when I was 14 years old. I had a son when I was 14 years old. And I struggled all through high school to make good grades and take care of him. And I found out it wasn't my son when I graduated high school. Like literally after I came back from my senior grad trip, I was like, a word? So me and his mom fell out. She was like,
wait, y'all did like a blood test? Or you just found out?
A DNA test. I saved up all high school, saved up $750 to go to 1-800-DNA type. The same people that Maury and Jerry Springer used, I did that. And because I always kind of felt in my heart that he was lying, but I never treated him any different. So found out he wasn't mine, and then me and her fell out, and I tried to come back and like, yo, let me see my son. She was like, nah, you proved you're not the father, and all of that type of shit. So I was like, you know what? Fuck you and fuck all ladies. I'm finna go savage mode. I was fucking friends, best friends, cousins. There's one chick I went through her whole family. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. It was her aunt and her cousin. She took me to the family reunion. I was just plotting on everybody. Boom. Soon as she go get another grape soda, I'm on her motherfucking ass, nigga. That's how I got the cousin and the auntie. When the auntie went to go refill on them baked beans, bow, made her laugh. She was like, I need to go get some gas. I'll go with you, get some gas. Yeah, and some ass.
Damn, this ain't went through the family.
Okay.
I went to the goddamn, I didn't give a shit. I didn't respect women. I didn't respect myself. I didn't, huh?
What about the gay uncle?
What happened to the uncles?
The gay uncle. He didn't
No.
I like him thick, my nigga. I like him thick.
Hey, Tony.
What up?
Who the fuck is Lance Woods?
No, you know what? I got his computer. I'm at home. I took his computer.
We borrowing shit, nigga. You made too much money to be borrowing shit.
Nigga, I ain't gonna sit in my office to my fucking office. All I got is my iPad. I write all my scripts on my iPad.
Okay, Justin, what kind of
I was gonna get on my iPad, but I seen this fucking computer right here. I'm like, fuck it, let me just
let me be Lance Woods.
Justin, and this might be a question there's no need to ask you because you've been hemmed up all your whole life. What kind of single teenager were you? There's no point in asking you this. You've been the same ass your whole life.
Studious.
That nigga was the wimpy kid.
A wimpy kid?
Justin definitely gives off hall monitor vibes. This nigga was like, hey, y'all need to go ahead and get to class, man. We don't do tardy here. We don't do tardy.
That's
okay. Party.
No, man. This is true. Yeah. I always tell people I'm the T.I. of comedy, meaning I'm the nicest person in the world until I feel disrespected. So that being said, though, when it comes to so that being said, like I grew up next to the dope house, like I just made it out. But the type of single person I was, I fingered. I was fingering bitches,
I forgot how Justin could be so raw and real.
Nigga like, hey, smell Keisha.
That nigga met all his girlfriends playing house.
I forgot Justin could be this raw. I forgot.
Wait, Justin, when did you transition out of fingering chicks?
Who are you, 14 fingering chicks?
I'm still fingering. Fuck going on around here. Fuck going on around there.
This is how you know Justin is sensitive to smell and odor.
But now he do this. He put it in the ass and do this.
She's like, baby, you need to eat more fruit. You need to
corn.
Fiber got me thirsty.
It's the corn.
So how long you were only single in high school because you were with your wife now in high school?
Hey, Jack, I want to ask you a question before you get all up in my shit.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of this goddamn? I'm trying to figure out the purpose. What are we trying to accomplish other than you finding
The
out
only
Where
point
is
of
this
this
going?
is to get the perspective of men who are married.
she's trying to get all her ass divorced so she can fuck us? That's the purpose.
No.
She's like,
I have known you, Justin. I have known you for over a decade. If I didn't fuck you by now, it's not meant to happen.
If I didn't fuck you by now,
I've known you for over a decade, nigga. Before you had money. If I ain't trying to fuck you then, why would I try now?
Jackie,
let me got money now.
Jackie, you never thought about fucking Justin? Like, what would it be like? Or nothing?
No, he's like a brother to me.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Always a brother to you.
She thought about fucking you, Tony.
No.
She thought, look at you see that laugh? Okay,
I thought about nobody on this panel.
I've been knowing her for 2 months, nigga. That's like sister and brother.
I barely know Tony. If anybody could get it, HBO could get it. None of the rest of y'all gonna get it.
Royale to get it.
Langston. Okay, Langston.
We're all in love. All right, let me move on.
Look at like the face. Please don't do this.
Justin,
Please don't do this.
if you check this later on my YouTube, the women who comment, they all act like they've learned about life that they've never heard before. They don't know what married black guys think. What is wrong with you?
I'm gonna need you to ask some goddamn thought-provoking questions.
Those ain't coming. That's not happening, bro.
They're not. This is about women learning what married dudes and what y'all are into. And
Justin,
clearly,
y'all picking on me. Why y'all just picking on me?
it's okay. Justin don't want to teach the world.
Hey,
Nigga dancing right now.
What?
all of the ladies, if they sit as close to our penis as you are right now to the screen.
I'm not close. Am I close?
Girl, you right here.
Jackie has lost control of this interview.
Because I lean in. Because I'm comfortable with you guys. That's why.
So, when did you lose your virginity?
I'm not comfortable around anybody but comics, so I can sit here like this the whole time.
Listen, Jackie, you know I got to get ready to go in a little bit, but I would say this as this being the closing chapter of this series. I think you said it best when you said earlier that a guy has to decide when he's ready.
Tahir's doing a very good job of trying to help you pull it back around.
I'm trying to reel it back in.
Real loose right now.
Listen, watch how smooth I do this shit. Watch how smooth I do this shit, Royale. Watch this. This is what I do, baby. This is what I do. Watch out. So, Jackie, the point I'm trying to make is that it's going to be on the guy, but ultimately, what the young lady wants to do is show him who she really is, and also make it easy for him to talk, because one of the things a lot of men struggle with is communication. We weren't taught it growing up, especially my black and brown brothers, especially if our dad wasn't in our life. And sometimes even if our dad was in our life, if you think about the way that we're raised, you know, when you're a kid and you're a little boy, you're like 4 or 5, you fall, they tell you, don't cry. Don't cry, you're a big boy, get up, don't cry. So we're not even encouraged to explain why we're crying, what we heard, anything like that. We're just told to bottle it up. And women, you guys are taught to express yourself, nurture your baby doll. You give them a baby doll, you take care of your baby doll, you clean your baby doll up, you make sure her hair done, all of that. You're taught from an early age to nurture, to love, to communicate, when we're taught to bottle it up. Now, true, a lot more men are proactive with going to therapy and learning how to express themselves and learning how to be verbal about what they're going through, what they're feeling. But a lot of us still haven't embraced that side. I grew up one of those people that, like, you don't talk about in-house business outside. You keep that in the house. So we're not comfortable sharing that. Even with a licensed therapist, somebody that's a professional, we're not comfortable. So
are you from a 1 or 2 parent household?
One. And a whole lot of uncles that sold dope and ran hoes. But what helped me, what my wife did better than anybody else was accept me where I was at and try to raise me to a higher caliber. She
Like
accepted that I
Lance's
wasn't
wife.
good at communicating. She was accepted, like when we first got married, I was not good at communicating. We would get into it, and I never raised my voice. I've never cursed her or anything like that, but I would be mad, and I would hold on to that shit for like 3-4 days, and it's tense as fuck in this motherfucker. Like, you can feel that shit. And she accepted me as that, and slowly she encouraged me to open up. Slowly she encouraged me after telling me it's okay that you like this, but I still need to talk about this. I still need to know what we're doing. I still need to know where we're going. She never once made me feel like I wasn't the head of the household, or she didn't respect me because I didn't know how to communicate. She encouraged me to develop that skill, to be a better husband, a better father, a better man, a better businessman, all of that. So I would say meet them where they are, but also encourage them to be better. But show them who you really are as well. Like, you can't be hiding all your fucked upness and trying to help me get better, and then I get better and I find out, bitch, you bite your toenails with your mouth. Like, that's something I need to know up top. So like,
So
don't hide.
before you go to here, let me ask this question with everybody. What is sex different with your wife? Like, do you fuck different when you're married and when you're out there with the women in the world?
Yeah, I did. I had to break that stereotype. I had this whole thing of what marriage is and what it's supposed to be, and I didn't feel right coming on her face after we got married. Like, it felt different because she got to kiss my daughter, right? When it wasn't serious, when she didn't have the ring, we didn't say the nuptials, all of that. Oh, I would treat her like any other chick I was dating. But like, for some reason, once we vow in front of God, it was like, oh, a missionary. And sometimes from the back, it just felt weird. But we fought through that. We went to sex conventions together. We bought toys together. We watched videos together, all that type of stuff. Role play, all of that. We got past that.
I'm about to say, now he's all over her face.
Oh yeah, it's nasty now. I'm back to peeing on her in the shower. She know what the fuck it is. She watching. That way it's not as bad, and you ain't got to change the sheets if you pee on her in the shower. That's my thing. Pee on that cabinet.
Or in a hotel room or a random place, not your actual house.
This is a real question. To hear, do you really pee on chicks? And if so, I've always wanted to know what's the sad gratification that you get from that? Because I've heard dudes say this.
It's hot.
I for me, it's not about, like, some people it's a power thing. For me, it's just funny. Like, when I peed, the first time I peed on my wife, she didn't know it. Like, cause her back was turned to me, she was facing the water. So I peed on her, but she felt the water coming from a different direction. I'm thinking like she ain't gonna know the difference because it's liquid. But she was like, she felt it coming from this direction instead of falling like this. And she, are you peeing on me? And then she looked back and I was just smiling, still peeing. And so yeah, that was great.
Why are you curious, Justin, about peeing?
Unfortunately, I am not. But I've heard a lot of dudes say, like, even R. Kelly, that was the thing that he was doing.
That's all he did, though. That's all he did.
He didn't fuck anybody. He was just like pee on young strangers.
Yeah. That was his thing.
Jackie, would you let somebody pee on you?
I'm not unfamiliar with that. And
again?
It could be hot.
Again?
Wait, it can be hot, meaning you enjoyed being peed on?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the temperature of the piss, the warm. No, I guess not.
What was why? Why was that hot for you?
Okay, I'll explain. It happened. It's happened. So I'm stuttering because now it's like really serious. I
know how I feel. Yeah.
No, here's the thing. The way it happened with my current boyfriend, he was pleasuring me orally. And I said, and it got so heightened my whole body. I'm like, if you don't move, it's going to happen. And he said, go ahead. So I did. And that opened the door to a whole fucking can of pee.
A can of pee.
Yeah.
Y'all kept it in the can?
Can of pee.
So after I did that inadvertently at first to him, I did ask him, like, let me reciprocate, and now you can do that. And then, so now it happens occasionally.
But where do you buy cans of pee?
Wait, shut up with the can of pee. When you trust each other, it's just you have to find someone that matches your level of kink and freak. And when you do, it makes the love stronger, the sex stronger.
Now, but is there any part of you thinking if y'all break up, I'll let this nigga pee on me? Like, is that okay?
That's what she got it off too. She got it off too.
in a can of pee? How many calories?
What you set up with the goddamn can of Langston? Have you
It's not the
had
calories, you gotta watch
have
out
you
for
had
the
urine in
sodium.
the bedroom, Langston, or no?
No, we leave that out. That ain't really my thing.
That nigga
but
like he read
I'm
letters
not-
while he fucking.
Hey, I ain't judging it. You know, it do your thing, but nah, I don't see myself. My wife, she would leave me if I peed on her. I'm.
No, you gotta
100
talk about it. You can't surprise anybody with pee. You gotta discuss it at first.
Apparently, you can. That's what Tahir
Well,
basically.
I was about to
just
say,
did.
Tahir don't give a shit about people's feelings, but I would
Tahir
have a
just
discussion
pitched
first.
it as a whole script where
Listen, my nigga,
he thought it was hilarious.
If you know me, you know hey, listen, we finna get some shit. If you fuck with me as a friend or somebody like you just know that at some point some shit might pop off. Like that's just how I live my
Why your
life.
eyes
she
gotta
knows
get so
what's
wide?
going on.
It's
Why is
scary.
he threatening us with
I
this?
know,
It
right?
feels like a
No, my
threat.
nigga, you need to know. You need to know.
Royale, you quiet during the pee talk. Is that part of your love life?
Nah, there's nothing about urine that excites me, or just I don't find anything.
21 years and you ain't did a little pee.
No, there's nothing.
This do good ass nigga right here.
What is your sex life? I mean, if you don't, I know that when you're married, I do have respect. How was your sex life different with the girls you weren't married with versus your wife? Is it different?
To me, there's no difference. Like when you have chemistry and you when you have a healthy sex life. To me, I don't delineate. My wife is my wife. She gets all of the same
word, right?
Nice
Yes,
treatment.
expeditiously.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a good one. Say it again, Royale. So I can write it down.
Delineate.
That nigga's a rapist tutor.
What's wrong with you? What kind of single guy were you, Tony? With your jokes.
I was the same, just more frequent when you're single.
Whore.
Same stunts, same shit, but just when you're single, it's more frequent. And it's different.
But the same content.
That nigga stupid.
I'd be like, take your ass to sleep, bitch.
The same content, but less often with your wife.
Yeah, same content. That's often. But the thing about it is when you're married, you got to just mix it up. When you go with different chicks, you don't forgot what you did with the last one. You just, and I had chicks in different cities, like 6, 7 different cities. And that was when I go there and then we just get down. I'm on the road all the time. So I would just do what we do, whatever you come up with, what you think about, let's do this. But with your wife, you got to, and it ain't no 8 o'clock tomorrow, we doing it, or I'll be there. Nothing. It's spontaneous. It happens, and when it happens, no matter where it happens, it happens.
You know what I imagine? I imagine you flipping a girl around the way you do that chair during your airplane bit.
Yeah.
Then you listen. See, you lied, Jackie. You've imagined yourself being flipped around on that goddamn chair.
No, I'm talking about his stand-up. What is wrong with you?
I'm paying attention to you. You lit up when you
first of
said
all,
that you saw yourself in that chair getting spun around.
Where is he getting this from? I'm familiar with everybody's.
Take me and throw me.
I am familiar with everybody's stand-up. That's where I got that from.
That motherfucking crazy. Look at this.
First of all, bend your knees. First of all, Justin, bend your knees more. Bend your knees more. Everybody fucking with your knees.
It's like you got on the diaper, nigga.
Hyperextended. Okay.
You got on the diaper.
I'll let y'all have a run.
Listen, we are about 5 seconds away from this being Langston's scream. Like,
it's okay.
I'll be honest. I thought this was a family show. I thought I came on for a good wholesome podcast.
Langston.
I thought we were gonna open with the
Langston,
Lord's Prayer.
I haven't seen you in a while, but you know me. What's wrong with you?
Langston earned his clothes and everything. Some educated shit.
What is the hardest thing about being married? Royale, I'll start with you.
The hardest thing about being married, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing really hard about being married. When you're married to the right person, my wife is absolutely wonderful. I mean, I clown around and shit like that, but my wife and I have been rocking for 20 plus years, right? I got 3 sons, grown ass men. The first one that's, again, I got one that came with the trade. So my wife had an 8-year-old son when I met her, right? So, but I'm from a big family. I'm one of 14 kids. So that's the shit I know. I know fatherhood, I know family. I know how to be a good dad because I learned from a solid dude. So right? When I met my wife, one thing I knew is that if she could just be patient enough to let me mature into the man that I think I can be for her and her son, then we'll have something special. But that mature part is going to take about 5 years for me to get these hoes
you know
out of the system.
Y'all see how Royale switched it up though? From 20 minutes. Listen, she's standing right in front of him with the pistol on her chest. I do it one more time, my nigga. Joke one more motherfucking time. Just say I stuck around. Say anything was stuck around one more time.
I do not have to be
a phenomenal woman.
I don't have to be influenced in any way. My wife don't even have, I'm at my office. She ain't remotely even close to what I'm doing. But she's solid. You know what I mean? She's been patient. She's solid. We equally yoked. She'll hustle with me. Like, you know, I watch Tony and Carmel. When you got a wife that rock with you, that'll get in the streets with you, that'll throw fucking blows with you, that'll shoot with you, the fuck you gonna complain about?
Marriage is not hard. It's like every 10 things you do, out of 7 or 8 of those things, once you think about it, the second thing be think about your wife. If you include her,
elaborate on that.
You can't just go your way and be the boss, do this, and don't include her and shit. You can't. You know, that's why we do shit a lot together. If I think of something, I'm gonna grab me something to eat. Let me call if she wants something to eat. I'm about to take this and go here. Let me see what she's doing. 9 out of 10, she's doing her own thing. But
you have to be considered. You have a consideration for your other half. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Women notice when you ain't got no consideration but for yourself. You know, because I know guys that's been married a while, and him and his wife got 2 bank accounts, and they both put money in on the bills. Been married 12, 15 years. And he still don't share shit with her like that.
Is he happy? They're happy.
Me and my wife, we got our own bank account. We got a joint too, but we got our own bank account.
No, we got most of the money because she does all the finances. So I got my own money. She got her credit union stuff, but the bulk of the money is in one account, and she shuffled it around like it needed to be.
What about you personally? Did you have to work on / change to become a good husband?
Okay, before Tony go, I'm gonna have to get up out of here.
Answer that to here. Answer that.
Yeah,
that was me. That was me?
Yeah, you got to go, Terry. So answer that question before Tony.
I had to learn how to be a better listener. Because I always thought I was pretty good at listening, but listening with the intent just to respond versus listening to actually hear someone is 2 different things. And that's what I had to get better on. I had to actually retain the information from the conversation so I could work on it, what she said she had a problem with. It wasn't like, oh, we just had, we had to have a talk. It was like, no, we had to understand it. We had a conversation, and we had takeaway points, and we had action items for us both to work on so we could get stronger as a unit. And that's what I really had to work on. Because I can finesse any situation. I can talk my way in or out of any situation. But like when you faced with the cold hard truths, like, nigga, you can be inconsiderate sometimes. You don't make me feel safe. You're not encouraging. Like those type of things, like, and it's true. That's something that you have to face. And a lot of times people aren't ready to face their own truth. So we like get in another argument and we never want to accept what the person's saying. But like when you are committed to making something work, when you are committed to that person, you really take your vow seriously about this as being someone that you spend the rest of your life with, and you want to honor them and respect them, then you have to start making those changes. And no one is going to see those changes better and appreciate them more than the person you said that you want to spend the rest of your life with. So that's what I had to start.
Ooh, nice closer. Appreciate you, sir.
Yeah, man. Outside of that, man, fuck bitches get money, man. I'm out this motherfucker. Y'all be easy now.
Bye to here. Tony, what have you had to change about you to be a good husband?
Same shit.
Be a good listener, better listener?
Yeah, because I didn't care about I was first. Fuck another chick. Fuck anybody else. I was real sport. I was real cocky. It's my way or bye bitch. But I don't care how they
way or bye bitch.
My way or bye bitch.
And I got it my way too. But then when I really wanted something, I had to bend. I had to change. I had to make it fit. I was like this. I had to ready get it and get it to fit. So I had to slow down, back up, and look at the other person. Same just like he said. That's what happened to me.
Okay. Justin, what did you have to change about yourself to be a good husband?
Yeah, I got a piece out too. So then I got to wrap up on this too.
Okay.
But mine was my temper. Mine was, that's why when they were saying hall monitor and shit, I'm like, I put on a good front. But I had to work on my temper.
I can see that in you.
Yeah. So it's the Florida in me. So, but yeah, so one, and just having more patience. when it came to situation, and just realizing like you don't always need to be right. And even like my dad always tell me, you can't clap with two hands, meaning like don't go back and forth. You can't argue if you're not going back and forth with somebody. So sometimes I just had to learn to just take it to the chin and just kind of close my mouth and let her say what she need to say so we can move on instead of being combative and going back and forth trying to prove my point.
Okay.
So that was the main thing for me. But yeah, I gotta wake up early in the morning to get to work. But hey, Jack, I appreciate you for inviting me.
Thank you, Justin. I appreciate you. It's good to see you after so long.
Yeah, great seeing you too, fellas. It's been a pleasure, man. An honor to be on here with y'all, man. All y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. Y'all killing it. I admire all three of y'all, man. So y'all keep doing y'all thing out here.
All right, boss. Later.
Bye, babe. What did
Hey,
you have? We're gonna be done in about, I guess, two more minutes. Langston, what did you have to change or work on about yourself to be the husband that you are now?
Probably still working on shit, but I'm trying. I think the goal I'm figuring out is how to not take things personally. That like I think a lot of times, especially with the idea that you've committed your life to another human being, every choice that they're making that you don't agree with or that they don't agree with in your decision making feels like an attack. It feels like, yo, this is like you fully breaking me down as a human. And some of it isn't that. It's just two people working towards like a larger goal to get some shit done or work towards like solving a real problem. And you have to remove some of the personal from that in a weirdly ironic way that, you know, doesn't make sense for marriage, but it actually is like one of the major ways of keeping from fist fighting each other. You know what I mean?
Okay. And the last question, 'cause I know y'all gotta go. What advice would you give the single girls that are watching? Like, and by advice, I mean, what did you learn from the women that you dated before you got married that made you be like, no, no? Like, what were they doing wrong that you kind of see a pattern with in women overall? Royale, I'll start with you.
Oh, just be patient. What are they doing wrong? They're rushing into something for everybody else instead of being patient and allowing the right man to come into their life and realizing the bigger version of that. Like if you sitting here thinking about, oh, I need to be in a relationship because my girlfriend is in a relationship, or think, or my mama, what she thinks about me not having a man, then like you'll probably end up with the wrong person in your life. So be patient. Be patient.
That's deep. Tony,
I think women should exercise being comfortable, real comfortable by yourself. If you can comfortable by yourself, you'll think more clear, you know, to when you pick somebody or when you let somebody in your life. You know, it won't be so rushed. It won't be so misjudged, or your choices won't get all hasty because you're comfortable alone. So you're gonna let it happen, and you gotta trust your heart. You can't train your heart. You can't train your heart. If your heart says is in, is in. The bitch is in for real. So do it.
And it is more attractive when a woman knows who she is. Y'all, you can see that.
You ain't even looking for nobody. It's just gonna happen.
That's hot, right?
You have no say so in the matter. I believe the universe is gonna grab you and it's gonna take you there, and you ain't got nothing to do with it.
Okay. And Langston, you didn't answer this yet. What do you think women are doing wrong, and what have you noticed from your dating that they weren't doing it right because this, that, and the other, A, B, and C?
I don't even think it's exclusively women, but I think a lot of people approach relationships with like set rules that they already knew that they wanted, or the way that a person is supposed to behave. And like the reality is we all come with our own shit, and you kind of have to throw those rules out the window and just accept that like, oh, this is an individual person who is not, we're more algorithms than we are math problems. You know what I mean? And so you gotta really be ready to switch it up.
Right.
That shit isn't landing the way it was supposed to in your head.
Right.
Okay. One gem before we go. A quick gem. Royale. We're comics. We're good at gems.
A gem?
Yeah, like a saying, real quick. A one-liner.
Well, I always just love is the glue. That's my thing. Love is the glue, right?
Ooh.
If it's really love, it'll hold everything else together. Love is the glue.
I like that. I'm gonna remember that. Langston, one gem to go out with.
It ain't hot pee, but it is the glue.
Look, I need for everybody to, when you leave here, forget about the pee. All right? Thank you.
You can always retell the story and you win the fight. So, you know, take the L, but retell it better later. So yeah, I think that's
retell the story your way later.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like Tony, one gem. You're good at
If you're
gems.
quiet, if you're wrong and you quiet, you're wise. If you're right and you quiet, you're married.
Is that a T-shirt? That's fantastic.
That's how it is.
You need to copyright whatever the fuck the word is for that.
That's a neck tattoo.
I know, right? The fucking paragraph right over here.
That was a TED Talk. That's a setup to a TED Talk.
Wasn't that a lot in one sentence? That was a lot, and it was fantastic. Thank you guys so much for giving me a hard time, but I wouldn't be a comic if you didn't.
If any women are interested in me, my marriage right now is kind of in a weird. Don't be afraid.
I know his wife. She'll kill your ass. Somebody will hunt you down and kill you.
Royale always talking shit, but he's the most devoted. Thank you guys so much. Oh, what's your website? Any kind of handle?
Follow me at Tony T. Roberts across the board. At Tony T. Roberts. Put that T in the middle, or you're gonna get an old white dude. Believe it. At Tony T. Roberts.
I'm at Royale Watkins on everything.
Nice.
I'm at Langston Kerman on everything.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you when COVID is over, God willing. Thank you so much.
All right,
bye, my loves.